Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter down here at Mass Ave in Harrison. So they just got the lights on temporarily, the traffic lights. Earlier, you had Boston Police directing traffic at 3 intersections. I believe it was Mass and Melina Cass, Mass and Albany, and Mass and Harrison. So they got a temporary generator running the traffic lights for now, but the residents in business on Harrison Ave still have no power. Apparently, transformer got flooded out in one of the manholes, so they're gonna have Clean Harbors probably check that out to make sure no fluids got into the drainway. They're taking a break after a hard day's work, but they'll probably get back to it later on. We'll see what we see. They're bringing there's another generator truck coming in now. Not sure where they're gonna put that one at, but they're gonna try to power up half this block anyway. Like I said, they got a temporary generator over here running the traffic lights because it was chaos down here earlier. It was chaos, just so you know. Boston Police had to come out and actually really direct traffic. Let's take a quick walk over here while we can. As you can see, they got a generator at 3 different intersections trying to just power up the lights, just to keep the lights going. So not too sure how long it's going to take for them to get the lights back up. Probably hours. I mean, maybe she has an answer. But I'll play devil's advocate. I got a question for you. How long you think it will take for to get the power back up?
Well, we're actually waiting for Clean Harbors to come to start the generator.
Yeah, I know. I see that they're over. Some of them over. They haven't brought the truck.
The generator's here. They just pulled up.
I seen it. Yeah.
As soon as they clean out that hole and we hook up that generator.
I hear you. I know it's a mess, huh? That's a mess. All right. I'm just keeping my mind open. I'll hang around for a little bit, see what's going on. Thanks, appreciate it. So she said she's waiting for Clean Harbors to pump out the. Go ahead. Clean Harbors to pump out the. I guess they're waiting for the vacuum truck. The generator is here. We saw it going up the street, so that's not the issue. The issue is getting out the water, so Clean Harbors can pump it out, and they can. I'm thinking the generator is right in that spot right there. I could be wrong, but I think it's right in the middle there. I don't know everything, guys. Just bear with me. Yeah, just walk over here. I'm thinking it's right under this little this thing right here. This might be the culprit that we're looking for. And that's the tag number they put on it. So they're waiting for Clean Harbors to get the big vacuum truck. They have it's a particular name they call that truck. I call it the vacuum truck, but it's the truck with the big vacuum on it that sucks all the water and dirt out the manhole. So they're gonna wait for Clean Harbors to come out for that. That's all contaminated water. Once it hits the generator, it's all kind of oils and whatnot in there. So allegedly, all the business that go down this to the next couple of blocks don't have any power going that direction. And maybe 2 blocks or 3 blocks going this direction. Maybe a block and a half this way. It's not that far this way. So it's not a lot, but it's a good amount of business in residential places that don't have power for the time being. The one thing I don't know if they checked, Boston Police, not Boston Police, well, they shouldn't have it. The city of Boston should have it. They should have like a senior list or a handicap list and elderly list of all the people who are potentially on oxygen and that kind of stuff, so they can check on them. Because if they don't have that, how would you know who's on oxygen and who's not? I know they have a partial list, but not a complete list. Oh, that was a car accident. Let's go see what happened over there. Somebody ran into the back of somebody else. Don't ask me why or how. He ran to the back of that car right there.
Operation Charlie 4.
Don't ask me how he did that.
So for possible building fire on 229.
He ran right to the back of that car. I don't know if you guys can see that. It just happened just now.
Green Rock Road 343 Yankee 901 in the car you've been.
Not serious, but just not paying attention.
Charlie 903, can you advise for that?
Just not paying attention. That's all that is. Someone not paying attention. There's no major, nothing major, but you know, it is what it is. It seemed like he was getting upset with the person in front of him that he hit them from the back. I don't know why would he be getting upset with them when he hit them. They should be getting upset with him. Don't seem like anybody's hurt. No airbags deployed, so that's a good thing. Just a minor fender bender. Hopefully they can sort that out.
Bravo 654. Or 654. Code 19, Parker and Del Ave.
There should be another generator down here as well, because I heard that this one needed a generator as well. So we'll take a quick walk over there and see what they got going on. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's all 3 intersections or just 2. I know these 2 intersections here were the ones that were very concerning because of the amount of traffic they had. So let's take a quick look and see what we see over here. There may be a generator here, there may not be, but we'll check and see.
Operation Charlie 411, Charlie 45. 11.
No, I don't see any generator at this intersection. So maybe the generator back there covers both lights.
I work on Monday.
Doesn't appear to be one over here. No, so this one's pretty much good to go.
1607 Common Ave, apartment 31, please.
And I don't think there's one down that way either.
1607 Common Ave, 31 on the section 12. That's with the Kilo 104.
All right, so the main focus is down there at Harrison and Mass, which is, it's not too bad. So they go to Clean Harbors truck that just pulled up, and if you guys can see it, it's that red truck that's right in front of us right there. Right there. Take a walk down there and see what they got going on. Watch them pump out the should take no more than maybe 10-15 minutes. It probably takes them longer to set up the truck than it takes for them to pump out the water. At least that's what I think it should take anyway. We'll take a walk over and see what they got going on real quick.
Show me off that Newberry. Charlie 431, Charlie 903 appears to be increased fire and smoke with the alarms on there.
Guys, just so you know, if you get into an accident and if your car is drivable and movable, you're supposed to pull to the right side of the road. You're not supposed to leave your vehicles in the middle of traffic. There's no reason for you to leave your vehicles in the middle of the road. There's no reason for you to do that. If your cars are drivable, you should move them to the side of the road. I don't know how many of y'all read the driving book, but it clearly states that in the driving book. Pull to the side of the road. You don't stay in the middle of the street and block traffic. Unless somebody's injured or a car cannot move, car cannot drive, there's no reason to be in the middle of the road. The insurance companies don't care about where your cars were positioned. You guys have to write all that on a piece of paper anyway, so that doesn't. Worst case scenario, you can jump out the car real quick, take a couple of pictures, move your car to the side of the road. Don't leave your car. You only create more of a hazard by doing that. Much more of a hazard. So that tells you that those two people are non-driving people. It clearly says it's in the driving book. If you get into an accident, pull to the side of the road. I'm not making that stuff up, guys. Like now, if your car's disabled, that's something different. Those cars totally don't look disabled. Maybe it's their first accident, or they didn't read the driving book. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. But if they didn't read the driving book, they shouldn't be driving on the road. So you should not be driving if you don't understand the driving book. Now, I don't know everything in the driving book, but I remember I read that book cover to cover before I got my driver's license because I was so afraid that I was going to fail. Matter of fact, I probably read the book maybe 2 or 3 times. Not too sure what he got going on there, but it's like purple liquid coming out of the back of that truck. Throw some speedy dry down on that bad boy. Now this is what you call emergency operation. So you don't have a chance to pull a permit, but there should be a city of Boston official out here standing by making sure things are done the right way. And that's all the more they should be out here because there is no permit pulled. And you're going to assume that everything's going to be done the right way. But how do you know it's done the right way if you don't check? So that's the other part of it. So they're saying there's injuries over there. I just heard on the skin they're saying 2875 with injuries. I don't think he got any injuries over there.
Charlie 431, there's still fire. No damage, fire is cleared out. I'll hang on to it, dude.
You guys are gonna get a 2-for-1 today. You're gonna get a clean harbors, clean it up. a manhole for Eversource, and you're gonna get the fire department responding to a little fender bender over there. The guy's claiming he's injured, so
Bravo 411.
I probably claim I'm injured too if I got hit from the back.
Bravo 102, we just broke the people out in front of 189 Blue Hill Ave. Callers called, that's it, they're doing drugs out there. On the punch steps.
So that's the generator that turned around right there.
Yes, sir, that's useful.
More likely that generator is going to end up in the middle of the street.
Kilo base. Kilo base. Just got a 2-minute unit into the house. We're going to have a prisoner going to the hospital. Man into the house. Prisoner going to hospital. Newberry, Hereford. Alright, Newberry and Hereford, that's her.
Looks like that gate is not closing. You should be able to take the pressure off that. You shouldn't. That's holding too much pressure on there.
Steve, could you send EMS back to the 14? EMS return to 14, okay.
All right, Boston Fire Department is responding over here, so let's see what they got going on. The guy claims he's injured, so.
908.
There's a fire truck coming, man. I wouldn't go right now. Whoa. Just back into that car over there, so you know. Yeah, a lot of people not paying attention at all. Like he literally, there's no damage, but she literally backed into that car. There's no damage at all. So Boston Fire gave it the all clear. This Boston EMS is going to be standing by.
I'm making my way to Newberry, Hereford.
So apparently somebody's injured in the first car that he hit. So
4457, you got a chance, please. All right, sir. Clear if you had anything pending. Stand by.
like the passenger may be a little bit injured. Shake it up over there. Not too sure. Like it wasn't a high impact, but it's not so much the impact, it's the whiplash that gets you. It's the snapping of the neck, the rocking of the rock back. That's what they call it. That's the part that gets you the most. So that could hurt you, especially if you're not expecting it. This guy got gray hair. I remember when he didn't have gray hair. I think I remember him.
Delta 103, we'll go Charlie Rob.
When I get a chance, I'm gonna ask him. It looks like the guy I know, but I'm trying to.
We have the last half 4 hour on C6 and C11.
Hey.
We also have the last half on Southampton Street. Anyone interested, contact 4343. AT24 is your time.
Like I said, this is a low-speed accident. No major damage whatsoever, but it's probably just the fact that of the
Delta 411. Marlon. Yeah, I'm now that they've located the lady there on Newbury Street, I'm passing 199 Mass Ave. If I can check that out.
There's a lot of stuff that happens on Mass Ave. I don't know if you listen to the scanner. There's so much stuff that happens on Mass Ave. Mass Ave is a long stretch, but there's a lot of stuff that happens on Mass Ave. Mass Ave and Newbury Street has a lot of calls. I talk about a lot of calls. There's always something happening on Mass Ave. You get
Along the homeless setting up camp in the parking garage at the 10 City 130 Dartmouth. They're on level G1.
I just want to show you guys accident
You're going to be all set
and the
with
power
that
outage all in the same
441
block,
is gonna
actually.
handle. You can return to your district and thank you. 24, thank you, Charlie Road.
Like I said, there's no major damage. It's just the fact that the person was shooken up. How you doing today? So, yeah, hopefully that person's okay. I always got to get a picture of the artwork in there. Always got to show the artwork.
So 101 Adam.
We can't even call this one speed. That's just not paying attention, not having a safe distance. There's no speed involved in that one, but it's just not being focused on the road.
Delta 101, try and call back.
Eversource is going to work as hard as they can, as fast as they can, to restore the power. I'm not saying how fast they'll be able to get it up and running, but they're going to do the best they can. They always do. So we'll see how they make out.
Okay.
So they're sucking out the toxic waste right now, and let's see how well they take that out. I'm gonna educate you. I'm gonna educate you real quick on that.
I don't need your education.
Okay, I'm not gonna educate you.
I need you to not go in
So
that work
so since you don't want to be educated, I'm not gonna tell you nothing. I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. All right?
All right, do that, man.
He's saying I need permission.
You know, guys don't want to be filmed, man.
I'm trying to educate you. If you want to be educated, yes or no?
Say what you gotta say.
Okay,
man.
you have the First Amendment constitutional protected activity to record in public. We're called freedom of the press.
You're part of the press?
I am the press, yes sir.
Who you work for?
I work for myself.
Okay.
And just so you
have
know,
your own press network.
Yeah, just so you know, there's no expectation of privacy in public. I know you guys know that. There's no way that people could be living in this day and age and not know that. That's why I like to educate people. How you doing, my man? I've seen you before. But there's no expectation of privacy in public, especially when you're doing a city job.
This ain't a city job.
This is a city job.
No, it ain't.
You're working, that's a city sidewalk, right?
This is private. These are private companies. Man.
I tell you, if you're
The
working,
city don't own
listen,
them.
I'll tell you what, let me explain to you. If you do work for the city,
I'm not working for the city, bro. This ain't got
this is
nothing to
Eversource, right?
Eversource
You-
is a privately
I know,
owned
but
industry.
you provide electricity to the city right here, these traffic lights, right? Yes or no?
Exactly.
Okay, you work for the city.
No,
Think about it.
we don't work for the city.
When the city calls you,
My
you
paycheck don't have city of Boston.
get money from the city of Boston. All these people in the
Okay.
city of Boston are what? City residents, right?
Listen, man.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I just
ain't
want
gonna argue
I want to
with
play
you.
devil's
You got-
advocate.
you
If
think what
everybody
you wanna
in the
think,
city of
okay?
Boston did not have electricity, where would you get your money from?
You know,
Think about it. Where would you get his money from, right?
you'd be working another job.
See, people. I like to educate people, but if he don't want to be educated, I can't educate him, right? Next time, catch me on YouTube. You see my educational channel. He's telling I don't like to engage in conversation with people who don't want to learn. But he's trying to tell me you can't record people unless you need permission. And I'm trying to explain to him, whenever you conduct any work on the city of Boston streets that's become public record, I'm creating a public record right now. So, and I'm gonna say this again, black people are ignorant. There are white people that are ignorant, but I find more black people to be ignorant. And that's a prime example of the second black person I find that does, and he's an official. He doesn't want to be educated. And like me, I play devil advocate. I listen to what you got to say. I don't care. And I could debate with you. And we could debate all day and all night. We could come to some kind of common ground. But if you don't want to listen, hey, that's a different story. Just so you know, guys, you have a constitutional protected right to record people in public. I'm not saying it's always right to do it, but this is something major here. They have people with no electricity. They provide a service for the city of Boston. Now, if he don't think he works for the city, if Eversource was not here making money from the city of Boston, there'd be some out in the suburbs making money. So I'm creating a public record. Public record. That's what that is. And and the other thing too is, I hear this all the time. Speak for yourself. Not one of those people over there said anything. He's the one that said it. The other guys didn't say nothing about it. Now, if I was being rude, if I was sticking the camera in somebody's face, that would be something different. Even though you could do it, it's not recommended to do. But I'm not really recording the people. I'm recording the work being done. So it depends on how you look at the picture. And for the most part, you shouldn't even bother the cameraman. Leave the cameraman alone. The cameraman's not bothering you, leave the cameraman alone. Cameraman's gonna get you in trouble. That's what's gonna happen. Or you're gonna get yourself in trouble, one or the other. So we're at the corner of Massachusetts and Harrison. And the reason why it's a major thing, because this hospital potentially could have lost power. Potentially could have lost power. If it was one grid over, they will have to switch over to line 2. Now, I hope he goes home today and look up the First Amendment, because I knew about the First Amendment and I wasn't the smartest kid in school either. I think I learned about the First Amendment in middle school of the Constitution. And matter of fact, I went to the Michelangelo Middle School, and right across the way was the Constitution, the shipyard. And every day at 8 o'clock they would shoot off the cannon over there. And up until this day, I still think they shoot off that cannon at like clockwork at 8 o'clock. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they do. In the Constitution, what better way to learn the Constitution by studying the Constitution? And you'd be surprised at how many people don't know about the Constitution. Now, I don't know it thoroughly like I should. I know we got a lot of amendments, but the first 4 or 5 are very important. The other ones are important too, like the right to vote, the right to travel. There's a lot of them. Well, I'm not saying it the wrong way, but freedom of movement, I should say. they're having a problem with that suction on it. I don't know, like if that suction is somehow they got suction on it that shouldn't be on there. He shouldn't have to pull that thing that hard to open that up. That gate is not, it's like the gate is not closing. See, according to OSHA standards, that truck should be taken out of service. It should take, if you have that much time opening that up, that truck should be taken out of service and reserviced. Because apparently the vacuum was not releasing, and a faulty vacuum is like a faulty equipment, and that's not good. There's no way it should take them that long to open up that cap. There's no way. But that truck has a powerful vacuum too, though. So I don't know if that vacuum is shutting down as good as it should. That might be another thing too. And the other question is, how often do these trucks get serviced? I don't know. So the ambulance left. They just left there with the other car is gone. So it's just that guy. I don't know why he's still there. Unless he got something going on that we don't know about. Who knows?
Bravo 1-1, Bravo 2-1.
I tell you what, the best education you can get from a person sitting on a curb. Those guys in the street are some of the smartest, some of the most intelligent people that you can meet. The average person sitting on the street that you would call homeless or you would call a bum, those people there have so much wisdom and knowledge that you would not even believe. You just got to sit down and talk to them and find out what you can gather out of there. You would be surprised at what those people know. Give this guy some advertisement. So, just so you know, there are some lawyers, and I mean in the city of Boston, state of Massachusetts, there are some lawyers that don't know the full extent of the law. So I forget how long ago, I think it was like a couple of years ago, a lawyer told me that you cannot record in public. So I said, let's go debate that for a second. I said, so whenever a dash cam on a car drives by, do they have to get the permission of all the people that they pass by and they see? Then he says it doesn't record audio. I said, who says that the dash cams don't record audio? All the ones I know record audio. Even the helmet cams, they record audio. So then he thought about it for a second and he said, no, wait, you're right. But the thing is, if you don't discuss something with somebody, you can never see their point of view. And one thing about me, I like to see both sides of the story before I act on anything. I don't like to be too quick to judge on anything. And if I'm in error, I always like to apologize, because I know I'm not right on everything. We all could use some improvement, trust me. We can all use some improvement. Lower Roxbury streets. I don't know what they call Lower Roxbury. One day we gotta inquire what is called Lower Roxbury. Maybe this area down here is called Lower Roxbury. I'm not too sure. So they're gonna. I'm not too sure what's going on now. Looks like they're gonna. I don't know if they have a problem with the truck or.
Thank you, sir. Bravo 104.
Hopefully somebody's gonna check the gasoline in a couple of hours on that generator.
Alarm 196 Warren Street at Doctor Funeral Home, the rear door. Yeah, thank you.
That's a movie production truck, just so you guys know. That's one of those movie production trucks. That means somewhere, some way they're gonna be filming a movie somewhere.
Just looking at the update in the notes.
Usually they're followed by a convoy of other buses too, but maybe later on you might see those come down here. Who knows?
I have that. Well, 138 Northampton Street, possibly. They have a sister yelling and throwing things around, hitting the mother. She has mental health issues.
Let's see here.
1-1, we have. Thanks. Perfect.
Alright guys, I'm gonna cut this one off because I figure I got enough video for you guys to see. If anything else comes up, I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Next time guys, Nez Porter.